So I had finally got a chance to see the movie Action Jackson. This movie came out in 1988, and I watched it in tribute to Carl Weathers had passed not too long ago, and so I remember as a kid seeing the VHS, growing up in the house, and so I think I just never really remember watching the movie. So I actually just wanted to see it, and I was like, let me watch it. And I must say, Carl Weathers is definitely he was in his prime, one of the great fighters, a great fighter, a pretty good performer. And when I watched it, I was like, I felt like the whole Action Jackson thing, it kind of gave me a vibe of like a Shaft kind of thing, like it gave me that kind of energy or whatever. I just think I felt like it was something missing from it. I don't know, but if you know the movie, of course, Vanity was in it, the beautiful Miss Vanity, the beautiful and sexy Sharon Stone was in it as well. Craig T. Nelson was in it, and it's pretty interesting. I think out of all the performances, the acting was not bad. It was pretty good. I felt for Carl Weathers that it should have been, he just needed a little more chemistry, I think, with the character, because it just seemed like he was at times reading his lines and the character was a little off. I felt like he was a little off with the character. But all the fight scenes were dope. Carl Weathers is a great fighter. Those fight scenes were on point. And I thought what stood out to me, which was interesting, was Vanity, because I remember seeing The Last Dragon, and I always thought she was okay in that. I felt like her acting there was kind of like what I felt like with Carl Weathers' acting here in this one. I kind of felt like when she was in Last Dragon, her acting was she was a little off with the character at times, just in my opinion. But in this one, Vanity, she fits the role so well, in my opinion. I like how she just, she seems more fluid in the role, and it just comes off very convincing. And even the performance, the singing performance, the Faraway Eyes, and the song Undress, very much on point. Vanity, she really, really tore that role up in this Action Jackson film. I thought she was really good. I loved it. Sharon Stone, I think Sharon Stone was Sharon Stone. I don't think she's a bad actress. I just think that, she just was, with what I've seen her in many other films, that's the vibe I got from her. And Craig T. Nelson actually was pretty good. It was interesting to see him play this role because I remember him from Troop Beverly Hills. So seeing him play this role was, of course, much more of a sly, shady character. He was kind of volatile and violent in this film, versus the role he played in Troop Beverly Hills. And I think by that time, that movie probably came out, I think the year after this one came out. But he was good in that. He was pretty good. I actually was convinced with his role, and I thought he did a pretty good job with it. At first, when I saw him, I didn't think he was going to be able to play that role like that when I was watching it, because I remember him from other things I've seen him in, but he really did good in this role. So, like I said, the film, it was okay. It's not bad. There was just some scenes, I feel like when, the part where Carl Weathers' character is chasing after a taxi cab, and I think this is after Sharon Stone's character, she gives him some information at some bar club that they're at in like the middle of the day, I guess. And then, I think a cab tries to hit her or run into them, and it drives off. And the next thing you know, he's chasing after the cab. So I thought that was a little ridiculous, the way they did it. It kind of seemed like they were going for like I said, a Shaft kind of